Good morning, Hampton Academy Sharks. Good luck on this September Friday the 13th. I'm Maya Seiden.
And I'm Nolan Brackett.
Today's B Day or Blue Day.
This week we are featuring an interview with our new Student Services Counselor, a segment on the library, a segment on Shark Block, and a segment on a unit entitled Dumpster Dive.
We will be on a regular bell schedule today. We will start advisory next Friday.
Last week, beef nuggets and cheese, whole wheat wall, soy sticks with dip, Melissa's and milk.
The Environmental Camp informational meeting is Wednesday, September 18th at 6 p.m. in the Hampton Academy Auditorium.
Come and hear all about the Camp Mira Vista experience, learn about the PTA fundraiser, and more.
Late bus starts on Monday, September 16th. There will be late bus Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays.
The PTA's first ever mum sale is now running. A portion of the proceeds will be given to the Hampton PTA to allow us to provide free events and enrichment opportunities for our schools.
Order forms are available on the school website in the virtual backpack. Please fill out the order form and return it to your child's homeroom teacher.
Sale orders windows will be September 9th to 20th. With flower pickups on September 25th at Martian. Optional delivery is available for $15, whether for you, a family member, or a friend. Spread the color and enjoy this fall.
The Quebec Parent Meeting is Wednesday, September 18th at 7 p.m.
Do you like using technology? Come enjoy using technology with friends and make new friends. Tech Club meets every Monday and Tuesday in the computer lab next to the dining hall.
The club will have its first meeting next Monday. Come join the fun.
Congratulations to those students that participated in the Scholastic Summer Reading Challenge and read over 1,000 minutes this summer. Students that read 1,000 minutes or more will be able to attend the Summer Reading Celebration later this month.
Any students that recorded their minutes on paper should submit those logs to Mrs. Saunders by next Friday, September 20th.
Any students with questions about their reading logs or minutes should see Mrs. Saunders before the Friday. More details about Summer Reading Celebration will be coming soon.
Science classes are in need of plastic 2-liter or 1-liter soda bottles. If you have one, please bring it in to your science teacher.
Friday, September 27th is a Teacher and Service Day. There will be no school for students.
Good morning, Hampton Academy Sharks. Today I'm here with 8th grade yearbook member Grace Robinson. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning.
So can you tell me a little bit about what the yearbook is going to be like?
So the yearbook is the same price as last year, which is $16. Our new design we came up with was vintage. This year you can make 2 custom pages for no fee, but you can make more for a small fee.
That's very interesting. And how do you order?
Well, this year it's really easy. So you can go to the Hampton Academy homepage, click on the yearbook link, and enter in our school code and order.
Cool. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
Right now there's a 15% discount, but it's only good till September 30th, so order your yearbook.
Thank you for being on Shark News.
Thank you.
This year we are doing something a little different in Shark News. Students are taking on the producer role. Each week we will air segments produced by individual students. They will decide on the content of the segments, and they will pick who will be interviewed and who will be the interviewer. They will pick a cameraman and schedule time for the clips to be recorded.
Lastly, they will edit the clip using Final Cut Pro. They will choose titles, music, and special effects. The first person to do a segment this week was 7th grade student Reed Westigren. He made time throughout his week, before school, at snacks, and other available times to put together this clip about the library together. As you'll see, he did a fantastic job. Take a look.
Good morning, Hampton Academy Sharks. I'm here with Mrs. Saunders today. How are you, Mrs. Saunders?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So I have a couple questions. How are you liking the new library?
It is amazing. I love it. I know students are loving it, and it's everything we hoped for. It's beautiful.
Wow, that's great to hear. What can you do in the library?
Well, there's a lot of different things you could do in here, and we are still getting set up, but obviously you can come and check out books, and you can find a nice area to read, or work independently, or you can bring a group of students down and work on projects. You can come in for a class. I have classes in here, and the cool thing about that is we have our classroom behind us in the separate area, and so even if I have a full class in here, everyone else can still use the library for their independent work or reading or finding a book or anything like that. So you can do a lot.
Wow, that's actually really impressive. Can you show us the library?
Definitely.
Good morning, Hampton Academy. I'm here with 7 Hampton language arts teacher Mrs. Nato and some of her students, Damien, Sophia, and Jack. Good morning. Hi. So, Mrs. Nato, I understand that your students are working on a project entitled Dumpster Dive. Would you please tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, I'd love to. This is a really exciting project. I've never done it before because we've never had the opportunity to do it. But when they began the demolition on the site here for the New Hampton Academy, we discovered that it was once a landfill. And as soon as we found that out, a bunch of teachers, myself, Mrs. Frost, some custodians, and Mr. O'Connor went outside. It was freezing, I think it was February, and we started digging through the job site. And there were bulldozers and diggers and all kinds of stuff. And we found some really fascinating artifacts. So things like this license plate, dated 1916. This is a drain from a fishing boat. It's actually covered in what looks like some shells. And Mr. O'Connor had found this leg of a porcelain doll and all kinds of bottles and really cool stuff. So what the kids are doing is they're researching these artifacts, and they're going to create both a non-fiction research piece as well as a fictional narrative based on someone who could have owned these items.
That's so cool how you just went out there and dug everything up. So, Damien, what kind of artifacts have you been looking at?
So what we've been looking at is some old glass bottles and from 1910s or 100s.
Oh, that's so cool. That's really old.
During this time, a lot of important stuff was happening in the world. The World War I had ended, or as they called it back then, the Great War, because they didn't know there was going to be a World War II. There's a lot of glass from this time because, plastic wasn't very mainstream yet. So you find a lot of bottles like ours, which are produced by the Mass Seal Company. So this is a half-pint liquid of what would be contained of milk. There's been a lot of bottles and really unique stuff that we've been finding.
That's so fascinating. And Sophia, what do you think of this project?
I think it's really cool how we get to do some research on all the different things that they found, and we get to learn a lot of interesting things from the 1920s.
Yeah, I wish I was still in 7th grade so I could do this project. So thank you all for being on Shark News. You did so great. We'll check back in on your project when you do your presentation.
Thank you.
Good morning, Hampton Academy. I'm here with 7A Academy Science teacher, Mr. Tierney, and some of his Shark Block students, Andrew and Danny. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Tierney, I understand your students are working on a Shark Block activity where students are helping a graduate student at Cornell University who is studying the ecology of disease vectoring insects. Would you tell us a little bit about the Citizen Science Project?
Certainly, thanks. Citizen science is when regular citizens, in this case our students, are participating in some real science experience. And we're partnering with Cornell University and a graduate student there, an entomologist named Lindsay Baxter, who's doing a study. She's looking at the boundary extent of the invasive species, the tiger mosquito. So we're pretty excited to collect data for her.
That sounds really cool. And Andrew, what have you done so far in this project?
We haven't really done much so far, but we're working on making traps and collecting bottles. So, yeah.
Cool. And Danny, what kind of impact do you think you will have by participating?
By participating, we're going to be getting real-world information on the tiger mosquito.
That sounds really great. Thank you guys for being on Shark News.
Thank you for having us.
Good morning, Hampton Academy. I'm here with Miss Carrie Costello, our new Student Services Counselor. Good morning, Miss Costello, and welcome to Hampton Academy.
Thanks. I'm so happy to be here.
I have a couple questions for you. Where did you work in the education before you came here?
I used to be the school social worker at North Berwick Elementary School and Noble Middle School in Berwick.
Cool, and where did you go to college?
I went to the University of Utah and Simmons College.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to read, I like to bake, and hang out with my 3 kids, my 2-year-old twins and my 4-year-old little boy.
And what are you looking forward to this year?
I'm looking forward to getting to know everybody and being a part of the community.
Thank you for being on Shark News.
Thank you.
Good morning, Hampton Academy. I'm here with 3 8th grade students Max Ronner Bland, Catherine Lyons, and Abby Hansen. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Max, I understand you 3 participated in a race this weekend. Would you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it was the Great Stone Dam Classic Paddleboarding Race. There were 3 courses. There was the kids course, which was 1 mile. There was the recreational course, which we did, which was 3.5 miles. And then there was a competitive course, which was 8.6 miles. So we all did the 3.5 miles, and we all placed in our divisions.
Nice. And Catherine, what did you do to prepare for this?
So I practiced with our coach, Leah, and I got stronger and better so that I could do this race.
Nice. And Abby, was this difficult to do, and did you enjoy it?
It was very difficult because on the way there it was extremely windy, and anyone who paddleboards know that you do not want to be paddleboarding against the wind. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and like Max said, we all placed in our division, so.
Cool. Thank you guys for being on Shark News.
And now for your weather. So sadly, we have no weather photos to share with you today, but you can send in your weather photos at sharknews@su90.org or airdrop them to Mrs. McNichol. And now moving on for our day planner today. So at 8 o'clock a.m., it will be 55 degrees. It will be crisp but bright and sunny to start out the day. At 12 o'clock p.m., it will be 62 degrees and will remain sunny throughout the day with a temperature of 62 degrees. And at 4 o'clock p.m., it will be 61 degrees and the temperature will begin to drop into the lower 50s throughout the night. And now for our 5-day forecast. So on Saturday, there will be a mix of clouds and sun early, and it will be in the high 70s, so it will be great temperatures for any sports you will be having. And on Sunday, there will be a high of 78 degrees and a low of 59 degrees with clouds and sun later in the afternoon. And on Monday, there will be a high of 75 degrees and a low of 53 degrees. It will be sunny throughout the whole day in high temperatures. And on Tuesday, it will be sunny throughout the whole day and with a high of 70 degrees and a low of 52 degrees. That's your weather. I'm Lauren Muldoon.
Fact of the day, the average person laughs 13 times a day. Our thought for the day is, I am who I am today because of the choices I made yesterday. Author unknown.
Celebrating their birthdays today are Andrew and Kira Morton Biggs. Celebrating on Saturday are Andrew Goslin and Jack Riley.
Celebrating on Sunday is Juliana Torres. Happy birthday, Andrew, Kira, Andrew, Jack, and Juliana.
Our joke today was submitted by Brandy and Alita Hardman. Hey Jessica.
What?
What do you call cheese that's not yours?
I don't know, what?
Nacho cheese.
And remember, before you speak,
text, chat, or post.
Ask yourself,
Is it kind?
is it true?
And is it necessary?
And remember the Academy way.
Manage yourself
Act responsibly.
and respect yourself and others.
Go
Go out there and make it a great day.